Oh my goodness, that is one celeb that I am so excited to have met. She is such a sweet, sweet soul. Like, I'm not kidding you. That woman is one of those people that you meet and you say, you know what? This babe was loved at home. I'm not even kidding. Chimamanda Adichie was loved at home. She's a true definition of love and light. When you meet her, you understand exactly what I mean. Me, I'm still planning to get American visa, still go to America, sit down and have 1 hour interview with her because oh my goodness, she's awesome. But I digress. I digress. Focus, GT, focus. So once again, it's me, your energy queen. Welcome to Energytae Unscripted. This beautiful, cool and chill Friday evening. I can't tell you the amount of I had to go through to get here. So if you are listening to me right now, know that I do this for the love. I do this for the love because I went through mountains and oceans to get to this place. The traffic was ridiculous. Once again, I digress. Anyway, if you listened to my show last week, I'm just curious. Did it annoy you? Did it make you feel a certain kind of way? Did you want to break my head? Like, what's wrong with this woman? What do you mean by encouraging people to live fake life? Before I start today's subject, I just want to ask if you listened to my show last week. I wasn't there to get all your feedback, yeah, but I really like to know what you thought about the subject. So last week I talked about fake life and faking it till you make it. So if you listened to my show last week, please call me on 07000 Let me hear what you felt about the subject last week. And yes, okay, hello, good evening. Can you hear me? Hello? Oh, that call dropped. So let me give you the number again. If you listened to my show last week and you like to contribute, please call me on 07000 Okay, someone keeps calling. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. The lines are buzzing. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening. Thanks for calling. What's your name?
My name is Peter.
Hi, Peter. Please go ahead.
You asked whether I listened to your show last week. I listened.
What did you think about my subject?
I was surprised that you said that you should not call.
No, because I wasn't in the studio. It wasn't a live show.
Not like
It wasn't a live show.
I
Yeah.
listened. I was surprised.
What did you think about the subject?
Happy.
Thank you. What did you think about the subject?
Like I enjoy, to be honest with you, I enjoy what you said. Like making it.
Fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it. Yeah.
Yes, I enjoy it.
Okay.
But you see that take it before you make it. You know it's not easy.
Oh no, it's not easy.
You know it's not easy. The truth in Nigeria that we have today now, come out true now. It's like you need evidence.
Yeah, even faking it is expensive in this current Nigeria.
I'm telling you, it's very expensive.
I'm telling you.
We don't know where this Nigeria is taking us to, and it's really, really annoying and tiring.
I know, right? But God has us and we have each other. So let's do what we can do to help each other. Thanks for calling, Peter. Please follow me on Instagram at ENERGYTAE, Energytae, so that I can send you some urgent 2K for being my first caller for the day. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye. Okay, so Peter listened to what I said last week and she's like, faking it to make it, even faking it to make it is not even cheap. Because you see, back in the day, most people need to buy what we call thrifts now, what we used to call it okrika. Okrika was like, oh, for very poor people. But you see, in this current Nigeria that all of us are living, Okrika is not regular. People are doing the most. Anyways, before I start my show, let me give you some music to start this Friday evening. This is one of my favorite songs from Bruno Mars, When I Was Your Man.
Same bed, but it feels just a little bit bigger now. our song on the radio, but it don't sound the same. When our friends talk about you, all it does is just tear me down. 'Cause my heart breaks a little when I hear your name. It all just sounds like
Hello, good evening. Thanks for calling. Welcome to Energytae Unscripted. Who am I speaking with? Where are you calling from?
Good evening. This is Megan from Lucky.
Hi, Madeline. I missed you. How are you?
I'm good. I missed you, but I'm not happy with you.
What did I do?
So, you met Chimamanda without yes?
I met Chimamanda.
This is not how friends do now.
I'm
Not before now.
sorry. I'm sorry. I met Chimamanda. It was the highlight of my week last week. Honestly, she's so amazing.
No, that was amazing. That's amazing to know. Anyway, you take it to you make it. So, what will I say about it now? I'll say that I think it's good and bad in a way.
Okay.
Because you go to fake your destiny help and not gonna say you need help.
And
but then
so the idea is
when
that
you fake it, you must
okay, go ahead. The idea is actually not to pretend to have money that you don't. The idea is to give yourself a certain level of class that will attract a certain kind of either a person or a job. It's just like when you put some things in your CV. You are still learning data science, but you already put data scientist in your CV because you are like, I go to learn on the job, I go to learn they go. It's part of faking it till you make it.
Exactly.
Basically, everybody does it. It's like when maybe, like I said, you're an MC and you've not gotten any paid job yet. And then you now go and be doing free jobs for your friends. And be posting videos and say, oh, I compared the wedding last weekend. Oh my goodness, I love my job. They didn't pay you one kobo. But everybody that's seeing you sees that, oh, you're an MC and you're working. So it may sound like a negative thing, but the idea is the real idea is positioning. It's just like when they say dress the way you want to be addressed. You're positioning yourself.
Yeah. So
you understand? You're positioning yourself for opportunities. That's what it actually means.
Yeah, and networking and all of that.
Exactly. So this is not you pretending to be rich and borrowing car to look fine per se. Although I did mention that if you have a certain type of business meeting, you must have a certain type of car to go there. So if you need to borrow a car to get a $1 billion contract, borrow that car. Because they will, it's true, because there's a car you will drive that they will not give you that contract.
Exactly, that's true. That's very true. Because they will be like, are you sure this person
can execute this contract? Exactly. So that's the whole idea.
Yeah.
So thanks for calling, Madeline. It's always great speaking with you. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. So then about the love and submission, I think it just goes hand in hand. There's no I'll love you and I won't respect you, because some submission comes with respect. So
see, Madeline, let me just say for free, I'm out for controversy this today. So this love and submission I'm saying is not the way you're thinking it. Wait till I start the subject. Let's see how you feel about it later. So give me a minute. I'm about to go into it.
All right
then.
All right. Have a nice day.
Bye. Okay. So I was talking about love and submission, and I just decided to do some feedback on my show from last week. And if you listened to me last week, then you know that I was all about the controversy last week, man. I'm sure some people want to beat me, bite me. They're looking for me to flog, but it's okay. It's okay. I stand by what I said. Anyway, so moving on from last week, let me come into this week's subject because it's another form of controversy. You take me or you leave me, but I really want you to take me. So I want to talk about love and submission. So there was a video that was making rounds this week. There's this influencer on Instagram, Solomon Bucci, who got married to this lady that lives in the UK, and they have they have a kid together now, if I recall. Anyway, so his wife was asking him, his wife was saying, oh, that and there's sometimes that in this marriage that I have offended you, and he said yes, that's in the beginning of the marriage she was not submitting, and he was like, you're supposed to lay down your whole life from before you met me and put it aside and submit to me, and so and so. And our people were losing their minds on Twitter. Some were for it, some were against it, and that's good, that's fine. But I want to talk a bit about how I feel about this thing. Now, I'm a Christian. I'm proudly a follower of Jesus Christ, okay? And I believe in the Bible and a lot of the things in the New Testament and all of that. So I believe that yes, in marriage, a wife should submit to her husband. So here's the issue in that. Don't submit to an idiot. I'm sorry. But you see, there's this guy who did a video the other day where his spouse was dying in the hospital and he couldn't afford the hospital bill, and then the wife passed and so on and so forth. I know so many people were enraged. How can a hospital do this? How can a hospital do that? Why did they let the woman die? And then just yesterday, was it 2 days ago, I saw a video of this guy doing an interview on BBC because apparently now he's a celeb. And he was saying he doesn't regret the fact that he never took his wife to the hospital for antenatal because the two children that he had before were not born in the hospital. He himself was not born in the hospital. So he doesn't regret that he never took the wife to the hospital. Now, he's talking about a woman that has died, probably and died with the baby in her belly. Now, the most interesting part was this is that he even opened his mouth to say, oh, she's not actually my wife. We're planning to get married. We've only done introduction. How does a woman submit to this sort of human being? I like submission, no, it's a good thing. But ladies, how do you submit to a man that does not have sense? How do you submit to a man that is going to beat you in the name of I have a bad temper? How do you submit to a man that actually doesn't love you? Because here's the interesting part. When the Bible was talking about love and submission, the part of submit was very small, it was maybe like 2 verses. But you see the part about love, it was very long. But typically, you keep hearing people talk about submission. Churches do marriage programs and talk about submission, women submit. I've not seen a lot of programs where they talk about men coming to learn how to love their wives. Because that Bible said, husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave up his life. These days, these men want the women to die. They want the women to give up their lives. But yet, the Bible actually says Christ is the one that gave up his life for his love, the church. So it's the man that's supposed to be willing to lay down his life and give up everything for his wife. But yes, all you hear about is you're not submissive. You're not submissive because you have money. You're not submissive. Don't marry a woman that has more money than you. She's not submissive. Uncle, this submission you're talking about sounds to me more like oppression. You're looking for a woman to oppress, and you're using the Bible as a tool of patriarchy and oppression. Because I promise you, normally, a woman that has sense, that will marry a man that loves her, I promise you, it won't be hard for her to submit. A man that loves her, takes care of her, and puts her needs above his own. I promise you, it won't be hard for her to submit. Check happy marriages. Check happy marriages. That man is loving that woman. Happy marriages are the ones where the man is putting his wife as number one, and his family members are saying, they have just our brother. Our brother has turned to Mumu. See the way he does my wife, my wife, my wife. That woman, as you are treating her like a queen, she's honoring you as a king. It's common sense. Unless you marry a woman that does not have sense. Unless you marry a wicked woman too. Because typically, you want a woman to submit, but you don't love her. You are cheating on her. Christ, in his love, there was no cheating. Christ, in his love, there was no oppression. You see, even these deaths that Christ died for us, he still gave us free will to serve him, to follow him, and to love him. Even though he's the one that died, he did not say, oh, because I died for you, the whole world must follow me. If you don't follow me, thunder, lightning, plague, nemesis, death for anybody that doesn't follow me. Even when you sin, he still loves you. And then one man will not say, because you did not wake up at 2 o'clock to make me fresh ogbono soup from scratch, you are not a submissive woman. If you love that woman, will you make her wake up at 2 o'clock to make you fresh ogbono soup from scratch? Normally, under normal circumstances. Would you like if somebody did that to you? Because if you love her, like the Bible says, love your neighbor as yourself, will you be making her do things that you yourself cannot do for yourself like that? So I'm just wondering. Anyway, the number to call is 07000 Yes, I want to be breaking tables these days because I've been too gentle and calm and talking about sweet subjects. I want to be scattering tables, breaking everywhere, causing commotion is my new hobby. No, but seriously, I'm just wondering, how do women submit to men that are monsters? I mean, a man who hits you clearly does not love you, and yet he wants you to submit. A man who cheating on you steady, clearly doesn't love you and he wants you to submit, a man who will go out of his way to provide for you, who is comfortable when you are working three jobs while he's sitting at home and doing nothing, not because he has a disability or something is wrong. He's just, well, me, I cannot just do any kind of job. I have to wait until I get a befitting job before I can work. A man who is doing all those things and is claiming to love you and wants you to submit, me, I already know there's a problem from the beginning. Oh. Did you not see the signs? I'm curious. I'm just asking. I'm not judging you. Sometimes people don't see the signs. And you too, when you were chasing this girl, Mr. Loverman, let me now go to our own side, women and their problems. When you were chasing this girl and she made you finish your whole salary in the name of love, what did you think was going to happen when you married her? Did you think she was going to change? Did you think she was going to become a humble wife because you did 10 million naira wedding for her? The signs were there now. What were you think was going to happen when you married a woman that is a material girl? She's submitting to your money. She's not submitting to you. And the day your money finishes, my girl will move on to the next man because it's the money she was submitting to. She wasn't submitting to you because she didn't love you. And that's what it is. So it's a twofold thing, love and submission. Believe me, I always say the Bible is complete. Sorry, this is not a preaching show, but this came from the Bible. The Bible is complete. When a man is loving his wife right, she will submit right. The only time when there's an exception is when one of them wasn't true from the beginning. One person was pretending, or one person is not a good person. Because if not, the two things would naturally go hand in hand. It's common sense. Haven't you seen good women that men treat right? They reciprocate. They give back what they get. They don't mind making sacrifices for their husbands. They listen to him because this man is my king, treating me like a queen. So why not? But the submission that people are preaching in this Nigeria and this Africa, it shocked me. And then for you brothers that your own definition of love, the only thing you know about love is that I spend money on my babe. I spend money on her. Look at her. All my money I spend on her. If the only thing you are bringing to the table is money, my guy, and that's what you define as love, my guy, you're on a long thing because in this 2025, a lot of women have their own money. Yeah, times have changed. The world is evolving. Women are being, they are getting the bag. So if you think that you see a beautiful girl, good looking, she has her own money, she's well behaved, she has good character, and you're coming with your bad character and saying, I have money now, my money is more than her, and you think that's what is going to make her follow you, and you people have a happy marriage, you are sleeping on a bicycle and you're gonna get hurt. Because really, she has money. Yes, you have more money than her, but then you have bad character. I see, and the only reason why she doesn't want to be with me is because she thinks she has one small money. She's too proud. She's not proud. She just has common sense. She has seen through your nonsense and seen that you think you can just use love to confuse her common sense. Okay, if you are smelling inside, if your character is dirty, all the money in the world cannot wash you clean. Go and get help. Go for counseling. See a therapist. Because I mean, obviously, I've seen women who stay in abusive relationships in the name of money. They themselves, they have their own problem by themselves. That problem is home trouble because anybody who was loved at home that will allow a man to be physically beating her up in the name of money, your problem is deep. And now I'm not saying that it's easy to live an abusive relationship. Do not get me wrong. I know that abuse can be physical and mental. So some women have already been defeated emotionally. However, if you can sit down and have a conversation with yourself, you should have an exit plan before they end your life. I digress. We're not talking about abuse. We're talking about love and submission and how those two things are very abused in this part of the world. I don't know about Obodo Igbo because I've been abroad, but I've never lived abroad, so I cannot quite relate. And I've never dated a white person or a Chinese person or an Asian or a Caucasian, as the case may be. I never dated a foreigner, a full-blooded foreigner. Yeah. But in this part of the country, every time you hear about love and submission, it is usually an agenda by the male gender. Yes, I called it out. I called you guys out. It is usually an agenda by the male gender to make women feel a certain kind of way and to take control of women. You hear somebody say, I mean, I've seen this thing online like 3-4 times in the last 1 week where somebody, she's a housekeeper, and her husband say, call the madam and say, hello madam, this my wife that is working for you, She's now too proud. I want you to reduce her salary, or I want you to be paying her salary to my account, because it's like this money that you're paying her is making her very proud. She does not listen to me. It's like this money that you're paying her is making her misbehave. She doesn't listen to me. So I want you to cut her salary or pay her salary to me. If a woman is married to that kind of enemy, are you recommending she submit to that kind of enemy? I'm asking. Should somebody be submitting to somebody that clearly doesn't want anything good to happen in their life? So once again, if you want to comment on this subject, because the show is rolling down, rolling down, rolling down. If you want to comment on this subject, please call 09155 or 0707917. We're talking about love and submission. What do you think about love and submission? I mean, love is a beautiful thing. I can testify. And yes, when a woman submits, sometimes she gets the best out of her man, if he's a good man, that is. But when the man that claims to love her does not even cannot even define love, and the woman that wants to be submissive is not even a good person, she just there to take what she can take out of the relationship. Problem is loading from the start. So like you guys are you're a train wreck about to happen. Because like I said before, oh hold on, we have a call coming in. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, please go ahead. Hello. Oh, I lost that call. Oh, okay. So, anyways, I hope the person gets the call back, please. So I was saying, in this part of the world, I find it very stressed. The way people define love and commitment is stress. For some women, a man who loves them is the one that is going to be their mumu, their maga. Like they want a man to be a maga. That's the definition of love. And really, love can be a maga thing, but there should be some form of common sense in love. And submission is a great thing, but submission is not me that God has to lay down their life for a man. Oh. It is the man that Jesus says should lay down his life for me. But it appears that they have switched it. They want the woman to do the loving and they want her to do the submitting. Two of them na collabo at the same time. And I think that's where a lot of marriages are sinking. A lot of marriages are in trouble because most times the man, his definition of love is I pay all the bills. And the real love that we're talking about, he wants the woman to do the loving and the submitting two in one. And once he pays all the bills, he feels he doesn't have any other responsibility. You hear somebody say, Oga, now you carry this speaking commerce, where your wife day? And you're wondering, not be the man get the picking. Why would you be asking where his wife is? Because he took his kid out. Isn't he his own kid? Why can't he take his kid out? Why not must he only be the mother who takes the kid out? And then these things are so common. And I think that religious establishments even make it worse. For example, when you talk about infertility in marriage, the narrative is always is the woman that is at fault. And you know this if you're a Nigerian, you know this. You know that they do programs in church where they say there shall be no barren woman in the land. What about there shall be no infertile man in the land? What about organizing what do they call it? Organizing Christian programs and revival and night vigil and prayer warrior for men that are unable to impregnate their wives. Because guess what? A lot of men are unable to impregnate their wives. Some of them know, some of them do not know because when they were 27 in university, one girl told them that they are pregnant for them, even though the pregnancy wasn't there. So that's what they are using to tell themselves that I can't impregnate a woman. Hello, sir, go to the hospital and do a test. I stop stressing that poor woman, making her go to drink agbo, making her go through all sorts of stupid tests for a problem that is clearly yours. I mean, it can be the woman's problem, don't get me wrong, but in this society, once a woman is unable to conceive, it's her fault. The one that even pains me the most is when a woman is unable to, not unable to, a woman cannot does not have a male child. And the man is saying, you cannot give me boys. Hello, sir. Male children come from the man, not from the woman. It's not her job to give you boys. You are shooting girls. You will have girls forever and ever. My point is, can we tip the scales a bit? Women, Your definition of love should not be a man that spends all his money on you. Because if all he's bringing to the marriage is money, the day that money finishes, what is left in that marriage? Men, your definition of submission should not be a woman that's an idiot, a mumu, does not have brain of her own. That when you say jump, she says how high. What happened to relationship? What happened to growing together? What happened to companionship? I love her and she listens to me because she knows everything I say, I mean it for her own good. I love her and she listens to me. She submits to me because she knows that I put her feelings, I put her needs alongside my own. I don't put myself above her. What is love without submission? And what is submission without love? Can we find a balance somewhere in between? Can we make this thing work? Why is love about money and material things? My sisters, why is that all you look at when you're looking at a man? Now, don't get me wrong. I like money, man. I love it. No, I don't love it, but I like money a lot. I like to look good, smell good, feel fresh, wear good clothes, drive a nice car. I like all those things, but if all a man is bringing to the table is money, then there's already a lot missing in that marriage, especially when the character that comes with that money is bad character. You're on a long thing. And man, why is your definition of submission a woman does not have a mind of her own? A woman that cannot express herself in front of you? A woman that you say women should be seen and not heard? I have just 3 minutes to the end of the program, so I'm going to take one last call. If you want to call, do this now: 07000 0915591717 because the show is about to come to an end. And like I said, you see me and now these days, I want to be breaking tables, scattering things, causing things, making people look for me and hunt me down. I'm here for you. I want to have these difficult conversations that many people don't want to have. Because guess what? I want to ginger you. I want you to have something to think about and talk about over the weekend when you're gathered with your friends, when you guys are chilling. What are the things you talk about? Is it only Beyonce and Rihanna? What about real life subjects? What about what's going on? So yes, I want to talk about real life issues that we can talk about. It may seem controversial, my take may seem controversial, but really you need to take everything I say with a pinch of salt because last, now you get your life, mommy get my own. You know what I mean? And I'm your girl Energytae. Thank you for listening to Energytae Unscripted. The show is about to go to an end. However, I want to play you some beautiful music to take you into the weekend. Ciao, ciao.
Just gonna stand there and watch me burn. That's alright because I like the way it hurts. Just gonna stand there and hear me cry. That's alright.